When you're passing, you know, huge trucks, it's not very comfortable, and it is a little scary at times. When you're driving in the rain, it's a little sketcy. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, do me a huge favor, go down and subscribe. Today's video, we are going to be talking about my 1990 Mazda Miata. I've owned this car for a little bit, and I'm going to tell you guys whether it's a good daily or not, because Miata prices are exploding right now. A lot of people want to get them, and I'm just going to let you guys know whether it's going to be a fun daily for you in the summer or not. First things first, we can look at the size of the car. If you're going to be driving long-term highway, couple of hours, 30 minutes on the highway, 45 minutes on the highway, I wouldn't recommend you get this car. I drive 15 minutes, it does 80 miles per hour, no problem, but it is a little uncomfortable. It's very loud at high speeds. We'll take a little drive in a second, and you'll hear kind of how many noises you hear from the soft top, the windows, and everything. It's a convertible at the end of the day, so there's going to be a lot of road noise on this car, especially at those higher speeds. It gets pretty bad. But some things that this car is good at is back roads and having a whole lot of fun. It's a convertible. It has really good handling with some coilovers and wheels on it. So let's take it out for a little drive. Let me tell you guys where this car is good at. Also, another thing, it's not a fast car, right? So I mean, if you're trying to buy the car for that, that's not what it's for. This car is less than 100 horse. But this car is an i4, an inline 4, which means it gets really good gas mileage. It gets like 30 miles to the gallon, which, I mean, gas is $5 a gallon nearly, so I think it's a pretty good car. Let's take a step inside, give it a start, and go for a little drive. Alright, so there's a little bit of heat in the motor. Let's go take the car out and talk about the driving experience and kind of like what it's about and really understanding the car and how practical it can be under what scenarios and all of that thing. So let's go do that. But one thing this car is really good at is cruising just, you know, 30-40 miles per hour. Back roads, this car is super fun. So if you're looking to daily this car, just have a little bit of fun in the summer, you know, take it where you need to go, maybe on your like 10-15 minute trip to work, or, you know, just wherever. Other than a highway, this car is an amazing daily driver. Like, it's small, it doesn't have a lot of space, so again, you need that. This car shouldn't even be on the tables in the first part. I feel like that's something that doesn't have to be said necessarily, but I just have to make sure, you know? It's really fun. It's a good daily. I think for the summer, this is pretty much going to be my daily driver. It's an old car from the 90s. It has its drawbacks. It doesn't have heated seats. It doesn't have very good air conditioning. The air does blow cold, but it's not like modern day cars. It's a car from the 90s, so it has all of those drawbacks. But if you're looking to just have a little bit of fun and you're not really looking for the most luxurious, quietest, most smooth experience and just a really raw and fun car, this car is perfect for you. A lot of people buy them because, I mean, they have flip-up lights and it's a convertible, so it kind of just became that cheap car that everyone started buying, and now they're super expensive. This is no Corolla, it's a raw 90s car, and that's what you're gonna get, especially for the price you're paying for it. For the price, I think it's an awesome car even still. These cars have appreciated significantly over the last couple of years, and that does have to do with kind of the car market and how it is right now, but also these cars are getting harder and harder to find clean examples of, because the people who have them either don't want to sell them or they want a lot of money for them. So getting a clean Miata is kind of really hard, especially for a good price. But again, manual transmission, convertible, and fun to drive. There's not really any beating that. It's not a very fast car. We're going 50 right now, and you guys are hearing all of the road noise. It's not a quiet car, but it is a very fun car. I have a very fun time when I'm driving the car on a daily basis, and it's just not something that's, you know, super boring and bland. It has that fun factor, which if you're looking for in a daily, it's perfect for you. I mean, it's a little car. What more can you expect from it? But yes, It is true. It's a very good car. It's for the price, it's amazing. There's not really too much to say other than the highway is the only downside. When you're passing, you know, huge trucks, it's not very comfortable, and it is a little scary at times. When you're driving in the rain, it's a little sketchy, but some bigger meat on the tires give you a little bit more traction. I think you should be fine. So if you're looking to pick up a Miata, I'd suggest you go and do so. Also, if you're picking up a Miata, I'd suggest you pick up a manual one. The autos are super undesirable. The auto also isn't very good. It's a horrible transmission. If you don't know how to drive manual, this is a perfect car to learn on. It's super easy. The clutch is very easy to get used to. It takes a couple of days to get used to manual, but this is a very simple car to drive manual on. So it's basically a very good beginner car if you're looking for that, and if you're someone who's a little bit more experienced, it's still a very good car because you can always be testing your limits around the corners, and it's just fun. It's fun. That's simply what this car is. But let's get back home and talk a little bit about the other cars for the people who are in tune with the channel. Fun, reliable, cheap, good on gas. Those are all 4 upsides of this car. Downsides are it's small, it's not the best on highways, and it's older, so you're gonna have to replace a couple of things when, you know, cars get older, you know, like belt, fluids, and a couple of other things that go wrong. Not too many things go wrong. It's really easy to work on, so you can do most of it yourself. You can kind of get hands-on with the car without being a little scared of the car compared to a car like this, the Mustang, the BMW. All of those cars are a little bit more advanced than this car is. This one is very easy to work on, so if something does go wrong, 9 out of 10 times you can most likely do it yourself. Yeah, I think it's a really fun car. If you're thinking about getting one, do it before they appreciate even more. I think after the car market goes back to normal, I don't think the Miatas will depreciate again. I think they kind of depreciated and they're on their upward curve because they're getting harder to find. More people abusing them means less clean examples are out there. So it's not a very rare car. It's not the rarest car in the world, but it's getting to that point where like the 240 did, where 240 was $2,000 and now they're 20 grand for a clean one. The Miata's slowly getting to that point. Will the Miata ever be 20 grand? I don't think so, but I think that this might be kind of the higher end of what we're seeing. They might go up to like 10 grand for an example like this. I hope they don't, because it's a fun car, and the main reason it's fun is because it's cheap. The Mustang's back if you missed the last video. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. Got this car back a couple videos ago, I guess. So everything is all fixed. As far as what happened, I still don't have the paperwork. I'm gonna call them next week at this point, because today is Friday. So I'm gonna give them a call and kind of get the paperwork for the car, let me know what happened to the car, what they'll replaced, and kind of what you should expect if you own an MT82, what to go wrong, I guess. The BMW needs tires. I just needed tires for a while. The Lexus, we have modifications coming. They're on the way. I ordered them. So for all the people who have been wondering what's happening with the Lexus, number 1, we're doing some maintenance things next week, this week, and number 2, I have a modification coming, and we're finally going to do the mods because it's a little bit nicer outside. Today's a horrible day again. It's about to rain. It's, you know, 60 degrees, 50 degrees, probably like 50 degrees right now, so not the best day. Summer still isn't here for us. It was freezing, it's been raining, it's been horrible. But more to come on all of the cars, so again, subscribe. So let's get to 80,000 subscribers. We're super close. My goal is by the end of June to be at 80K, by the end of summer to be at 100,000 subscribers. I know we can do it, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. As far as my other 2 cars, if you guys don't know, I have 2 cars waiting. I don't have an update on the Bronco. We're still waiting for the Bronco. I've contacted Ford, and once again, I've received nothing. Basically been the story for every single Bronco order that I know of, every single order that has a little bit of options. They're getting no updates. They're delivering other cars that are, I don't know. It's a whole mess that we don't have to get into right now. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe. Other than that, that's all I have for this one, and I will see you guys in the next video. You hold it like here, like put it like there. So let's get to, not like that high, but like...